Hey guys, this is the X whatever here, or X whatever. So Deku's. I'm gonna say this and say this once. Deku, I did not come up with this idea. I'm gonna try not to be as original as I can. But anyway, years ago, during the 2025, they started the kaiju appearing, and in the year that I've been, the year 235. All humanity is dead. The kaiju succeeded in their mission, destroying every living thing and in the damn mountain. When the kaijus went to the mountain, the lava pool, everyone on Earth died due to the poisoning it caused. And even today, that stuff has cleared out. All that is left is one Jaeger. One and one and only. And this Jaeger is only piloted by one person. His mind is 100 times more smart and a genius. And it is Deku Izuku Midoriya. He is the last living survivor on this planet. And due to this, he becomes so close with his Jaeger, it fused with him, so he can turn into the Jaeger whenever he wishes. And also, he found some old Jaegers. He repaired them, but he had to store them inside of his memory. Because they're just nothing but machines. They just need a controller. And that would be Deku. We have Deku sitting on a mountain in his Jaeger. And he does need to eat and sleep, but in a Jaeger form, he doesn't need that. He sits up there wondering, why am I even fighting? It's just pointless. They destroyed everything. My family, my friends. And if you guys know, this is not in the Hero Academia world, this is in another world entirely. Deku's world. As Deku says, looks like one of those kaijus is destroying that city. I don't need to defend it, there's no one in there. Deku just watches the kaijus destroy the building. Kaiju sees Deku but doesn't want to fight, doesn't see him as a threat. He just ignores him. And then the kaiju, as he destroys the city, he goes to sleep. Deku gets up, just starts walking towards it and the destroyed city. And is just amazed that no one is alive anymore. He questions why he wants to fight these things. Deku then receives an odd phenomenon on his HUD in his Jaeger. It says, portal, as kaiju portal opening. And he accidentally intercepts a message when the kaiju's sleeping, because he's using an EMP. Deku decides to touch the kaiju when he was sleeping, like touch the antenna, and try to see what the kaiju is seeing in his mind. He sees the creatures that very destroyed Deku's very world. And they're saying that we should go to another planet, because this planet is done for. The planet that we're going to invade next will be another so-called Earth. But these people have quirks, the guys are saying. And one of the kaijus was already defeated by All Might. They don't know much about the human race, this human species. Deku instantly thought, I must protect that place. He thought, and Deku said, sorry guys, I kind of fucked that up. Deku thought, if there's more humans there, then I won't be alone. I have to protect everyone there. I must not let this happen. I must not what they did. I must not. Fuck. Sorry, guys, I fucked up. I must not let this happen. I can't let them do this to their world like they did to mine. So Deku slowly, when a kaiju wakes up, the kaiju looks at Deku. It's like he's kind of mad that the kaiju thinks that he saw the message. Deku just decides to grab the kaiju's neck and rips it off, throwing it at a building. Building collapses. Deku knows coordinates. And Deku has an old Jaeger that could be... You guys know the Jaeger that... yeah, and this is what if Deku was Gypsy Danger. Like the Jaeger that exploded that had to be sacrificed? Yeah. Like in the first movie? It's not Gypsy Danger, but it's the one that the captain's... Yeah. He's been programming that one for a while. And he orders it to follow him and defend. It does so, as Deku uses the last of his resources on the helicopters, dropping him into the water. And Deku, still waiting for a kaiju to come up, he sees one. He stabs it in his throat. So does the other Jaeger. They both go into the breach, and they see everything. Deku, and this isn't Deku. This is the first time Deku's ever went to their world. Sorry. As Deku can just say like, sorry, man, this is what it looks like. Huh. I expected something. I forgot what I was gonna say. Deku forgot what he was gonna fucking say. And Deku's like, I expected it to be more watery. Deku proceeds to walk around. And then Deku sees some of the kaiju that are being made and put into these little creature-like containers for storage. And then Deku sees the portal to this world. And Deku sees one of the kaiju went through it. Deku chases after it, but not awakening all the other kaiju. Of course, Deku's leg gets... One of the kaiju grabs the Jaeger of Deku's leg and just stabs it in his leg, and Deku's like... It's like... HUD's like saying, warning, leg damaged. Deku's like, self-destruct, Jaeger. The Jaeger says, self-destruct initiated. Deku literally, like... I forgot... You know that's... he's like sprinting to the door with his one leg. And that's when the kaiju, that's when the knife head appears. Knife head goes straight towards Deku like a harpoon. Deku grabs it. And grabs the harpoon, grabs the knife head, and throws it at the other kaiju. Deku uses his boost, and he goes through the portal. And Deku says, goodbye, Jaeger. Jaeger explodes, destroying the portal. Deku notices that his leg's been terribly damaged. So Deku orders the whole thing to initiate the repairs. Deku is in the world now. He's underneath the water, and he sees he's one of the kaiju going to land. And it's like, is this thing in the picture? Everyone's asleep in Tokyo. But when the thing was about to like roar, Deku grabbed its mouth, and a sword went through the chest area. The kaiju's chest. Deku slicing that goes up and kills the kaiju. Deku realizes that no evidence must be found. So Deku created this little compound that makes sure even in the water, it decomposes the body completely, and making sure the body was never there. And of course, there was another kaiju. Because the kaiju felt the portal closed and was destroyed, and they needed to remake the portal. There are only 5 kaijus that went to the world. Deku sees the Tokyo. He turns to human form, and he walks into the mountains where the pussycats are, and he finds a cave, and he decides to modify it. And also, since Deku's in the Jaeger, if he's in his Jaeger form, and he's like a 16-year-old, I know, right? Because I think they made Deku's Jaeger to make him stop aging. So when he's in the Jaeger form, it makes him stop aging. So Deku's more like pretty immortal, but if his body gets wounded in human form, he can turn to Jaeger and repair it, but it takes a slow process. So yeah, Deku's like still repairing. Deku I don't know, limping. Fuck. That's the thing. Deku was limping to the portal. There you go. As Deku begins walking in the cross street, Deku notices that there are some people wearing some clothes. So Deku programs. Yeah, he has nanites, so I'm guessing his suit is nanite. It has nanites in it, so he can program to look like normal clothes. So Deku did. And Deku's walking to the street. He makes a cutway to an alleyway, and he begins to jump insanely high to where the pussycats are, but it's in the mountain really far away from them. Deku proceeds to make his base. It takes Deku almost 2 months to make it. Of course, this is when the Hero Academia thing already happened. I mean, the USJ attack already happened. Of course, Deku being up on the mountain, making sure no one knows of his identity. Deku decides to make a few doors in his base. For how many levels it goes down about all the way to the Earth's core. And yes, know what the Earth's core is the very source of Deku's base. Because Deku's not gonna mine it. He's not an idiot. If he mines it, then the whole world's fucked. He uses the core's very heat to power it. Technologically speaking, he just uses it to power everything, because the core's temperature is nothing like anything else. And Deku put a little nano in the heat signature, so it's like a power source, and does not fuck up the Earth's core. Deku begins to search up everything, but he's not connected to this world's internet or this world's very network. So Deku decided to go into Jaeger form and push pussycats like feel the ground shaking, and that's when Deku uses his jetpacks to fly up into the sky. And now he's in this, because remember the kaiju went into the sky? Yeah, like how how the kaiju dragged Gypsy Danger to the space. Yeah, that's what he did. Deku did put a satellite up there. As he went to the Earth's atmosphere, he changed to human form, and he said to his nanites, astronaut suit. It changed into an astronaut suit, but more advanced, more lighter, more faster. And Deku going to the satellite using his thrusters. Deku puts in the drive. He says, hacking on the way. Now, guys, you know what I said about the USG attack? I'm gonna say it never happened. No, it did happen, just Deku's gonna be there. But then Deku looked at the USG attack. He sees the Nomu and Shigaraki. Deku uses his thrusters and goes all the way down. And all that Shigaraki is about to touch Floppy's face, but all he hears like, huh? What's that noise? Like, shh. And then this robotic guy appeared right in front of him. It's like a bunch of like smoke, and Deku grabbed Shigaraki's throat. Not after, but after that, the Nomu punched Deku all the way into like through the side of the stairway. However, Deku just pulled himself out unscathed. And Deku's like has a voice changer. He said, "Is that all you got?" And the Nomu begins punching Deku. Deku sees his speed's unordinary. Deku said, "Deploy blade." Blade deployed. Deku deploys a blade, slicing the Nomu's arm off. But Deku notices that the Nomu's regenerating. Deku's like, pulse cannon activated. And a little like gun comes out of Deku's like holster. He has like a holster appears out of nowhere. Deku's like left side of his leg. He pulls it out and shoots the Nomu multiple times. Deku notices it's not working. And then that's when Kirigiri teleported Deku to Shigaraki, decaying Deku's like robotic like suit and his gun. And Shigaraki's like, Nomu, punch him! Nomu punches Deku. And Shigaraki also decomposed some of his armor on his like abdomen, like his abs, his ab area. And Deku and the Nomu punched it. Deku's like, warning. And the suit saying, warning, warning. Critical hit. Attempting recovery. As Deku's trying to block, as Deku's covering his stomach, because Deku's predicting the Nomu's every move. As the suit says, left arm fully fixed, Deku uses his left arm and punches the Nomu. Because the Nomu almost punched Deku in the chest, his stomach. But that's when All Might appeared. He said, don't worry, I am here. And the fight goes in canon. And then that's when All Might said, you villains, you will never win. And All Might uses time, it's like, shit. And Shigaraki's like, get him. Because Shigaraki doesn't know about the All Might's time limit. That's when Deku intervenes, his suit fully fixed, punches Shigaraki. As Girigiri almost Deku's like about to punch Shigaraki, but Girigiri teleports Shigaraki. Because Snipe shot him before Deku could punch him. Not Deku, Shigaraki. And the guy said, whoever, and All Might said, and that's where Kirishima's like, hey, who are you? Are you a pro hero? Talking to Deku. And Deku's like,
got a blast. And he just jumps using his, and he just runs away using his super speed. And Kirishima was like, "Oh my, do you know him?" Almost like, "I do not." And that's when all the everyone's like, "Fine." As Deku gets back to his base, he notices that someone tried to pry the door open. Deku's like, "Who'd be idiotic enough to pry my own door?" Deku looks at the door. It's barely scratched because Deku sees like some handprints. Deku's like, "I should probably camouflage this." Deku did. And of course, it was one of the pushy cats. Is like the little is like the cousin. He was prying the door open and trying to show his sister, like his cousin, but she saw nothing but rock. But the boy said, "But I thought I saw something here." But then they just said, "That's come on, cousin. You probably were just imagining it." He's like, "Fine, probably was." He's like, "I see." So he was the one trying to open my damn door. Idiotic. He doesn't know I'm trying to save everyone here. Deku looks at the Deku decides to like take a little nap. And he does eat a bit. It's been like he says it's been quite a while since I've eaten. Deku like eating, he's eating. He's like, it's been so long since I had some steak. And that's when Deku notices that his alarms are going off for his kaiju kaiju attacks. And it's near where Uraraka's place is. You know what? Uraraka and Juno were there, just hanging out. And that's when they hear a thump, thump, thump. And a knife edge like... Kaiju smashes some buildings, killing some people. And Juno and Uraraka, they're like terrified because the kaiju ripped off the rooftop that people were in, and Kaiju saw them. Kaiju's about to ground slam them with his like fist. And that's when Deku, like, that's when oh, badass way. I really want to put the Gypsy Danger music is like, and that's when some lights came on to the left of the kaiju. Kaiju's like just a bit blinded by this, but the kaiju recognizes it. And Uraraka and Juno like saying, "Why did it stop?" Because of those lights. And the kaiju's like roaring at Deku, and Deku's like does like the fist thing like, and Uraraka and Momo like, Uraraka and Juno like, "What was that?" Deku began running to the kaiju. So was the kaiju. The knife head. I thought, sorry. Error. Mr. X.exe has stopped working. Did I say Mr. X? The Mr. X dot error is okay. I messed up. As the kaiju arm locks Deku, the kaiju rips off Deku's left arms. It says, "Warning, left arm detached." And Juno and Uraraka see just an arm floating by. Deku saying, "What was that?" The kaiju bites on Deku's legs like, just damn. Deku deploys his blade and stabs the kaiju in the chest. But the kaiju pushes Deku away. Deku almost falling to the ground. Deku's just relying on his blade just to hold him up. Deku's like, "God damn, I'm rusty at this. I couldn't even predict this thing easily move his moves easily. Gotta get some practice." Kaiju's rushing to Deku. Kaiju uses his knife head to go through Deku's chest. Deku's like, shit, it hurts. Deku like transforms his blade, grabs onto Deku, the kaiju, and snaps his the knife head off, and stabs it in his throat. Like, Deku gives out this blade's like ching. You know what? Deku uses his plasma cannon and puts the gun right up to his face. This is, and Deku is like, no pulse detected. Deku limping to his arm, and that's when Oraka, because Oraka couldn't see, Juno and Oraka couldn't see because there was like debris behind them that was blocking the fight. As they just see this robotic thing pick up its arm, they see this robotic robot covered in blue kind of blood, and picks up his arm, just like stands up heroically. And Juno's like, "What is that thing?" And proceeds to put its arm. She puts arm where it is, and then the Nine Knights begin reattaching it because it was ripped off, so it begins repairing it as it's reattaching it. And Deku lets go of it as it's doing its repairs. It's like, and Deku's like chest air is like, repairs could take longer, like takes long. Deku's like taking like analyzing the times like, shit, I have to stay here. Deku seats like power down his Jaeger just to make sure it's like, rebooted and like being done repairing. As it begins to turn to day, everyone notices that there's a giant robot. It's Gypsy Danger, and Oraka and Juno are getting were because it was raining last night. Deku put his hand over his robot's head, over the roof where Juno and Oraka was, because their way out was stuck, and that's all Deku could do at least. Deku's like says, powering on, power restored. Online in 3, 2, 1. Deku's online. Gypsy Danger's online. Deku analyzes the time. And he sees some of the heroes and some reporters there. Questioning, is this a new government weapon? Where did it come from? Who built it? And they're saying, whoever built it, they're a hero. And Deku's like, a hero? It's been quite a while since I've been heard that. And Deku and Gypsy Danger's eyes begin to turn on. Deku knows Juno and Orok are like sleeping. Deku proceeds to grab him, pick him up in his hands, and kneels down and puts his hand to the ground and opens it, reading Oraka and Juno. As the police grab the two, Deku like removes his hand. He gets up, starts walking away. He turns around and walks away like a badass into the ocean. And he's like, well, we can't track him underwater. Deku's like, I can still hear you guys, Deku's like already hacked into their comms, but they can't hear Deku. Deku's like, God damn, these guys are just so idiots. It's so easy to hack into these things. No wonder these guys wanted to come destroy this world, because these guys have some type of power called a quirk. Whatever. Seems like at the back to base, I am going to be really, really happy. Oh yeah, guys, for my... So I want some opinions. Should I redo what Deku was Dream? I'm not going to redo part 1, but I'm wondering if I should do part 2 or 3 or 4. I just want your guys' opinion, okay? Because I have a feeling I could do it better, and I could make it even cooler, but... So this is the fight I was trying to make for what if Deku was Dream. You know the dragon-like thing? I was going to say, this is out of context. This is like some spirit, like bonus scene, okay? As Dream was getting kicked around, Dragon uses his tail, knocks Deku into the obsidian pillar, breaking it. The dragon flies up and punches it, destroying the pillar. Deku dodges it easily, but not without unscathed. Deku realizes he has a little bit of a he's been sliced a bit. Deku's like, damn, his hands are sharp. Dragon's like, I know puny mortal. Deku's like, I am no mortal guy. Dragon. Deku jumps to the dragon, grabbing him and colliding to a obsidian pillar. Dragon it goes through it. Both of them being laying punches. Deku punching Dragon in the face, and Dragon punching Deku in the face, knocking the mask off. Deku grabs the dragon and begins punching him over and over again. And yeah, that's a bonus scene. Sorry guys. Anyway, Deku said, I might as well get back to my base. Deku turns to his human form. He jumps out of the water at a very high speed that no one saw. However, as Deku and Juno was dropping them, Juno was still awake. She kind of hijacked into the robot. She's like saying, "What are you?" Because she knows there's an outlet open. Deku didn't know there was an outlet on this robot. Because think about it, the robot has a big fucking head. Who knows that shit? And she goes into it, and she sees, and she's in the eyes of the Jaeger, and she looks at the name, Gipsy Danger, and that's when he says, hope they're okay. I might as well go. I can't be seen in my human form. Good thing my coordinates for my base is in my mind. Deku checks the coordinates for his base. Base, that way. Deku says, yeah, computer, I know. You got a point? Then the computer says, yeah. And who would believe Juno that she was inside the mole's very brain and his name and the robot's name is Gipsy Danger? Who would believe that? I know, right? And I want you guys to say in the comment section, should Juno or Moraka get a Jaeger? And which one should it be? And anyway, Deku's sleeping. He just says, I had a hard day today. I'm going to sleep. Deku goes to sleep. And that's when we're ending the video off. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you all later. And yes, I am doing another dream. Part 7 or 6, I don't know. I forget the name. I forget the part, so hope you guys enjoy this. And I'll talk to you all later. I forgot to post this. So apparently it'll be 2 videos for you guys to watch. Huh. I'm gonna do what if Deku was the Slayer redo. Because I kind of fucked up on a lot of things, so might do that. I also have to redo this fucking shit. It's fucking... I think I might do that pretty soon, actually. Oh, Deku was Jason. I'm gonna love this. Okay, guys, what should Deku have in this one? A harem or just 2 girlfriends? Please tell me down below. And I guys don't get it for harems. Yes, I would like a Jason, like a Deku harem with Jason. Because I don't know what those comments mean sometimes, okay? So anyway, I'm ending the video off. Wait, how long is this video? Oh. Talk to you all later, and I hope you enjoyed the video.